Hello everybody, hope you're doing really well. Today I've got a really interesting video because it encompasses my own personal family history, and actually I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, and I really, from a family perspective and from a personal perspective, I really hope I try to do this video some sort of justice really. So as you probably guessed in the title, we're talking about World War One identity tags, and then obviously a little bit later on, just before the start of World War Two. And I really wanted to sort of talk to you about my own relationship with this, and more importantly, because of these very special ones right here. So stay tuned and I'll see you on the other side. I think you're going to like this one. Come on. Hi, so welcome back. These identity tags belong to a very special person, namely my granddad, and I've kept them. We've had them, and I was recently given them. And my granddad was basically, although I never met him. Unfortunately, he passed away before I was born. So I never really had a chance to sort of say hello to him or anything like that, which was really sad because of all the stories that my family would tell me. He was basically he was a hero during World War II, especially, and he was part of the Royal Enniskillen Guards, who were Dragoon Guards. They forgive me if I sort of don't tell a full history on this, but they were Lancers. And then they moved on to tanks. And my granddad, who these dog tags belong to, he'd got injured, and he went on to train people at Salisbury Plain, I do believe, how to drive tanks. But he was also alive at the start of when he first went into the army, when he was riding horses. And I've got a fantastic couple of photos of him, and from what I can sort of surmise, I mean, he was a true old school gentleman and a hero. And like when we were talking about sort of things, and I just wish he was alive, do you know what I mean, on a personal note, because I think really he would have helped shape my childhood quite a lot, do you know what I mean? That old school gentleman slash genuine man's man, if that makes sense. You know, those types of people that we've sort of lost over the generations. And he was also one of these people that never really spoke about his heroism, but we've got plenty of medals to prove just how brave he was really. And that we'll do a special video on that at some point as well. But this really is just a sort of a ode to him and the family, but also for the fact that we all have incredible pasts with our family, and obviously through doing research and stuff we can really sort of shine a light on them really, and these lost generations of people. And obviously, as you know, on Phoenix History, really the channel is about shining a light on history, even if it's on an urbex level. The point is to discover that long lost history that was there. And obviously you've seen my channel, if you're familiar with it, then you'd understand all of that. And I've always said it's history first. And obviously the motto of because history matters, because the idea that we learn from the past, we understand the past, be educated by the past, so that hopefully we can move on for a brighter and better future. So these are my my granddad's tags. And let's talk about the history of them really. So from January 1907, there was an Army Order 9 which determined that all soldiers were to wear identity tags, and these took the form of, originally they were aluminium discs, and that would include the soldier's service number, rank, name, regiment and religious denomination. Typically they were made at regimental depots on fairground style machines, punching into the soft metal one letter at a time. And then by 1915, post-World War One, the British Army requirement was to wear two official tags, and that both of them were made of compressed fibre, which is what you're seeing now. And they were really noted, more importantly, to be more comfortable to wear during hot climates, because obviously if you can imagine you're wearing metal dog tags in the heat, that you'd wake up with like a little bit of a sizzle. And they were carrying identical details, so there wasn't any difference between the aluminium ones and the soft compressed fibre. And these were again stamped one letter at a time. And the 2 tags required stringing in a particular way, with the 8-sided tag with 2 holes, which you can see, and that was hung around the neck. And then the second hole, another much shorter cord was strung, and which had a round red tag on it. Obviously, you can see the 2 different colours. And this method allowed the red tag to be retrieved simply by cutting its short string. Leaving the green tag still in place of the body. It meant that subsequently finding a body with only a green tag would know that the death was already being reported. Or more importantly, you'd like to think that the death had already been reported, because as we know, there are still a lot of unnamed graves and everything during World War II. I don't need to educate any of you on that really to understand it. But here we are. Now, what you probably notice, or you did notice on the thing, was you've got your regimental number, which is on the top there. And then what you've got is you've got your name, which is obviously Osborne for me, Osborne. And then on our ones, we've got RC. And that was obviously our religious denomination. So as you can imagine, my granddad was Roman Catholic. And he was actually, his family, or my descendants, were actually Irish. So, yeah, Irish Roman Catholic. There you go. And then my mum's side, completely different story. That's the whole point of opposites attract. Really, I suppose if I looked at my family timeline, probably very interesting to look back at properly. And I probably will do that at some point. I sort of know roughly, but yeah, very, very interesting. Very European, and then very Irish as well. Another point. So I'm only an 8th Irish. Not that really matters to anybody, but yeah, it's interesting to note that my family were there, and obviously Roman Catholic at the time. So there you go. Fascinating story about identity tags, and my own personal story about identity tags. And obviously, I'm just so humbled that I still have these. We've still got a nice bit of memorabilia from my granddad, who, like I said, was a hero of mine, really, even though I never met him. And I'm sure I will do another video on telling his fascinating story at some point. In the immortal words of Phoenix history, thank you so much for staying along with me and enjoying this brief little interesting video for all of you. Much love to all of you out there. You're incredible. Every single one of you who supports this channel. And thank you to my granddad, who I never met, for handing me these. Cool, blimey. Can you imagine? Can you imagine in the future I'll be making a video on these? Or he would be making a video for him on YouTube. Unbelievable, isn't it? Such a privilege. Yeah, before I get too emotional, yeah, thank you so much for your support, your love and your kindness, because history matters, and it really does, doesn't it? And if anything, this video really, really proves how important that is. Maybe it inspires you, this video, to go and trace your own history of your family, and maybe you've even got original dog tags from your family members, etc., etc., which would be amazing, or it encourages you to go check them out and to tell those stories. There's also regimental sites as well, where you can put in the service number, and it will hopefully give you brief bits of information, which is absolutely fascinating. And like I said, I will probably do a separate video, because he was a genuine hero. He'd actually won at least one really important service medal, which I will talk about. And also we've got the letter of recommendation on there as well, which is absolutely fascinating. Now, unfortunately, over time, these we'll try to preserve them as best as possible. As you can see, they've sort of seen better days anyway, but yeah, it's just honour to still have them. And yeah, it's weird because I can't put these over my head. I've got a big head. I don't mean that in a weird way. Yeah. But the fact that the original, from what we know, this is the original chord as well that he kept. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I could talk about this for ages, but I just felt it was just a nice little video. Thank you so much for your support, your love and your kindness and your patience, more importantly, for hopefully getting through to the end of this video. In immortal words of Phoenix History, because history matters, love to all of you out there, and I will see you all very soon. Look forward to some more interesting history videos. Take care. Feel free to spread the word of the channel. You don't have to, but like it, more importantly, if you like it. And take care, everyone. Ready? Kapow.